readers, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be showing you my books for the April Stay-at-Home Reading Rush Challenge. So basically it runs from April 16th to April 19th, and there are basically 4 challenges and we have to read books that fall into those challenges. This is my first ever reading rush. I have never participated in anything like this before. And I am so excited to finally take part in something that everybody else is doing. For once, I'm not like 7 years behind, so we're vibing and we're having a good time. The first challenge, I guess, is to read a book with a house on the cover, and I thought that was going to be impossible to find any book with a house on the cover, but I think this counts. I'm going to be choosing The Cabin by Natasha Preston. The Cabin is basically just about, I think, 7 college students who go to a cabin for a weekend of like hard partying, drinking, probably some drug use, just to get away from all the studying and shit that happens in college. By the end of a night, 2 people are killed, and Mackenzie, our main character, is trying to find out what is going on when there are no signs of forced entry or a struggle. She knows that she has to turn to the other people that she is with and try to find out who is the killer. And her first mistake is thinking that the killer is done. So it's spooky, and it does have a house. I mean, it's a cabin, I guess, so it works. So I'm going to be attempting to read that tomorrow. And I just want to note that the bookmark in there, I haven't started yet. I am just preparing myself for tomorrow when I start reading this book. The next prompt is to pick a book that you can sit in one place and read the whole thing. I think something like that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So I picked Fear of the Animal Planet, The Hidden History of Animal Resistance by Jason Hiribal. I don't know. After watching Tiger King, I really wanted to read a little bit about animals fighting back against their captors. So this entire book is about that. It's all about different animals in zoos or circuses who have fought back against the people who are keeping them captive or abusing them in any way. So I thought this would be a super interesting read because it's not like anything I've ever really read before. Plus, I have an urge to read it now after Joe Exotic broke my soul. So I'm ready to read this. And I think I could probably finish it in one setting. I mean, it might be a little heavy. That's my only concern, is that it's going to be really heavy and I'm just going to be like,
I can't do it.
But I'm going to plant my butt on my couch and I'm going to attempt to read the whole thing. It's not long. It's only about 153 pages, so it's not long at all, so I think I should be fine. The next challenge is to find a book that is set in a place that you want to go to eventually and read it. So I am choosing The Betrayal of Maggie Blair by Elizabeth Laird. This book is set in Scotland quite a long time ago, and basically this 16-year-old girl, Maggie Blair, is on the run because she is accused of being a witch. So she has to run away. She runs to her uncle, and instead of getting protected from him, she ends up just bringing trouble to her uncle's door. So she has to try to protect her family. I don't necessarily want to go to Scotland in like 17 or 1600 when this is happening, but I do want to go to Scotland. It was the first choice for the honeymoon that has now been canceled due to COVID-19 that I was supposed to have. So we're going to just kind of
Roll with it.
We're just gonna roll with it. I think this will be an interesting read. It's a bit long, so my Saturday is going to be consumed with reading. I mean, it's not long, but it's long for like a one-day read because I have the attention span of a fucking peanut. So we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see what happens. And the final challenge is to pick a book that will make you happy, because right now everybody could use a little bit of happiness. So just if you think you'll smile with this book, then you should read it. And I am choosing Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. I have had this book on my shelf for years now, and I've really wanted to read it, but I just have never picked it out of my reading jar, if I'm being honest, so I've never really read it. It's basically 50 teen pageant contestants that get stranded on a desert island when their plane goes down. And so now they have to try to figure out what 50 beauty queens are going to do on an island where they have no food, no shelter, and no really adults to help them, I don't think. So I think I'll smile with this. I love the idea. I know there is some representation in this, at least from what I've heard. So I think that is going to be really fun to read about too. I used to have a weird obsession with Flight 29 Down, which was a show on Disney Channel where these teens were going on like this field trip.
Or like school trip or class trip.
I don't know. And their flight went down on this island and they were fighting each other, they were fighting the elements, and so I kind of was obsessed with that. So when I heard about a book with 50 teen beauty queens who kind of have to do the same thing, I was really excited. So I think this will make me smile. So Sunday I will be reading this. With this challenge, you don't have to necessarily pick 4 different books. If one book fits one prompt and also fits the another prompt, then you can choose that too. I just liked the idea of reading 4 books in 4 days. I think that would kind of be fun. I think it would be a challenge.
I'm excited. This is my first reading rush, and I'm just gonna go, and it's just gonna be a time.
So, fellow readers, thank you for tuning into my channel. By the end of this, hopefully on Sunday or Monday, you will have a reading vlog, and I will share with you my feelings while reading each story, my emotions, the snacks that I choose to eat while reading each story, because
You girl snacks.
and it's going to be a good time. And in the meantime, I will have a couple other videos coming as well. I'm really excited about them. So, until next time, bye readers!